Connor Rogers here at the NFL Combine alongside Clemson tackle Blake Miller. Blake, 4-year starter on the offensive line in one program. It's almost unicorn status. How much did that help you throughout your college career to get ready for this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just 4 years is a blessing from God. I got to give the thanks to the man upstairs, and, it's just been awesome. Being able to play a lot of football, learn a lot, have a lot of game reps at things, and, I feel like just kind of accelerate where I'm at.
I was laughing when I read a quote that you first toured Clemson when you were a freshman in high school, and you're like, man, I like it here, but I don't know, we'll see if I can play here.
Yeah.
You ended up playing so much more than everyone typically gets to. What was that like as a freshman? Because now we've seen you grow throughout the years. You've got to hone in on technique, but being thrown out there as a freshman and be like, all right, I'm the right tackle for Clemson, a team with such high expectations all the time.
Yeah, kind of fall camp, was out there repping with the twos a little bit, and then our number one guy goes down, and, it kind of threw me in there, and kind of just said to myself as I'm jogging out there, like, all right, like, here we go, like, let's make the most of this, and, just kind of tried to give it everything I had, and, come game one, I was number one on the depth chart, and it was a dream come true. It was awesome.
So, talking to teams, I know you've started a couple games at left tackle, but you've played so many snaps at right tackle. Is there any interest in being able to play on both sides, or it's like?
Yeah, it's something I've been working.
Okay.
I want to, wherever a team needs me, I want to be able to go out there and be the best left tackle, right tackle I can be.
What are the challenges of that for people that don't understand offensive line, especially it's so routine to you playing so much right tackle?
Yeah, the easiest way I've put it to people, is trying to right with your non-dominant hand. You know what you're supposed to do, but it's kind of getting the muscle memory and coordination to do it.
So I've had a couple of the Clemson guys on here, Antonio this week, Cade. Something I'd like to ask them is they've seen the highs of the program and they've seen the tough moments as well. This season, where it was kind of a roller coaster, what can you learn from that? Because NFL teams, they actually like when guys go through adversity in college rather than figuring that out for the first time in the NFL. So what could you take away from this season?
Yeah, it really kind of puts into perspective. Coaches talk about execution, but to be able to kind of see it out there, and you learn a lot more when you don't win a game. You see something on film, and that could have been a touchdown if we would have executed this properly. It really kind of puts that emphasis that much more on being able to execute every play and have 11 guys doing the right thing.
I feel like so much of offensive line, especially tackle, is the mental warfare as well. What is your week-to-week like when you start on Sunday to get ready all the way for the following weekend? Some guys have told me they're like, I need all these cut-ups the first day. Some guys are like, I need to recover Monday and start getting ready Tuesday. What was it like for you?
You want like the full schedule, film, breakdown, everything?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so Sunday I like to get in there, do a little recovery lift with our strength coaches, kind of get moving, get the blood flowing, jumpstart that recovery process. Get some physical therapy as needed, and then go up there, watch the game, kind of write my notes down on the game, things I like, things I didn't like, things I need to improve going into the week. Monday, kind of before practice, get just a couple games in, just see who our opponent is, who they are based down, that sort of thing. Tuesday, kind of look more second and short, second and medium, third and medium, kind of see who they are on those downs, get a feel for them still. Wednesday, start looking more into kind of pass rush downs, that sort of thing, get a feel for who their rushers are, kind of write down some ideas I have, things I like, things I think will work against them, things I think I should probably stay away from. Start working those in practice against our scout team guys. They always did a great job helping me out. And then Thursday is just kind of going over IDs with our center. That was a big thing. I wanted to be able to get up the line, kind of make the ID in my head. I'd joke around with them and say, you should let me make a few of them. So,
How often do they allow that for a tackle?
No, he always told me that was his job. He took took a lot of pride in it. So, bigger I was out there. He was the point guard of the O-line is what we called him.
Yeah.
But, going over IDs with him, making sure I was on the same page. And then Friday was just, anything that we still had questions about, which normally it wasn't very much, just kind of going over that and watching a couple more games, and just the goal was watching the game, knowing what to expect almost, down in distance before you even press play.
Right, man. It's crazy how much I've seen it change. Been doing these interviews for a couple of years now, and the amount of resources in college there's just so much on everybody's plate, especially while being a student. But now it turns to the athletic testing. It just feels so much different than football when you're training for this. What has the routine kind of been like just training for this? Some guys have told me they've had crazy diets. I don't know if you've had to do the same thing, but it's been really interesting to hear about. What's it like for you?
Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy in the diet world. Just trying to make sure everything I'm putting in my body's helping me,
Yeah.
Being really intentional about that, and then just, I trained out in California. Really enjoyed my time there. Great group of guys. Loved the coaches, and just kind of getting to do something a little different.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're used to playing football and kind of preparing for a track meet a little bit is a little different. So change of pace.
Any notable pass rushers from college that you'll kind of remember going against?
I remember from Louisville, guy's name was Clev, I believe.
Clev Lubin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe he was very notable. I thought that he was very, very talented. His motor was very impressive, and I thought he worked really well with his hands.
So you get drafted, you finally get a chance to celebrate. Is there a cheat meal or a dream meal that you get to do, or is it just kind of right back to business?
Might get a steak, with the family.
It's a good place to do that,
the
by
buddies,
the way.
But be good.
All right, what does Blake Miller get to do off the field?
Off the field, play some golf, fishing a little bit, just hanging out with the guys, whether it's go getting a meal with everyone, sitting down, grilling out, watching some TV, watching a movie, whatever it is.
It's been really fun watching you at the college level, man. Appreciate the time and can't wait to see you in the NFL. Thank you.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.